Well, hello again, everyone. Welcome to the Sports Corner. Time for another edition of Art Regner's video blog for FoxSportsDetroit.com. And today we're going to be talking about the Red Wings and specifically the Red Wings blue line. If anything is apparent since the Red Wings have started training camp a little less than a week ago, is that they definitely want to shore up their blue line. They really don't have depth there. As Ken Holland has said, if you go after the top 7 Detroit Red Wings, everybody else is a first-year pro, or the 7 guys that are on their roster right now. A lot of names have been bandied about. I know Wayne Redden has suddenly entered in the mix. You know, he signed a contract with the New York Rangers and they want to move him. I would be surprised if the Red Wings actually get Wade Redden. I think that they probably want to make a move for another defenseman. 3 defensemen have been named prominently in the rumor mill right now that Detroit is pretty interested in. One is Keith Yandle, who just re-upped with the Phoenix Coyotes for the next 5 or 6 years, I believe. The other one is Jay Bouwmeester of the Calgary Flames, who it will be has 2 more years. This year, although it's prorated, and next year at $6.6 million, and then he is an unrestricted free agent. And then the other one, a name that has been bandied about and linked to the Detroit Red Wings, which seems like forever now, is Zach Bogosian, the young right-handed shooting defenseman who's 22 years old, has played over 250 games in the NHL right now for the Winnipeg Jets, formerly the Atlanta Thrashers. Bogosian is, I believe, the 3rd pick overall in his draft year. He's played a lot of games, and it does appear that right now that Winnipeg is shopping him around. What do I think is going to happen? I'm still under the impression that even though the Red Wings don't have depth on the blue line, they may go with this top 7 defensive core that they have of Jonathan Ericsson, Nicholas Cronwell, Brendan Smith, Kyle Quincy, Carlo Koliakovo, Ian White, and of course Jakob Kindl, just to see where they're at. I know they have Lashoff, I believe is the young man's name, they think might be ready or not. I believe they're going to try to shore it up. And I think what the Red Wings should do at this point is that they should make a trade. A trade that I would make right now is that I would trade Gustav Nyquist for Zach Bogosian straight up. I think that Winnipeg would do that. Bogosian, as I said, I know he's been a bit of a disappointment, but he's big. I believe he's 6'3", 6'4", well over 200 pounds, has a mean streak, can play both ends. And I would imagine that if everything were to work out and Brendan Smith works out and you trade for Zach Bogosian, the Red Wings' #1 defensive pair would be a guy who's 22, and I believe Smith is 23. One shoots from the left side, one shoots from the right side. That could be Detroit's #1 defensive pairing for a long, long time. That's the guy I would go for first. I would definitely trade for Zach Bogosian. I know that there's a lot of rumors going around that somehow the Red Wings are trying to swing a huge trade for Zach Bogosian and Evander Kane. I just don't see that happening. I really don't, from a Winnipeg perspective. But I do believe Bogosian's available. I think the Red Wings have inquired about him in the past, and I think that that's the guy that Detroit should really go after if it holds true that the Winnipeg Jets are shopping him around. As far as Jay Bouwmeester, I think the Red Wings, if they were to acquire him, even though he would be cheap this year, they might use the exemption buyout, I believe it's called, at the end of the year to buy his contract out, so they wouldn't be on the hook for $6.6 million next season. However, I think he falls in the same category that the Rangers have with Wade Redden and the Montreal Canadiens have with Scott Gomez. If they get hurt, then you're not able to buy him out. So I think that he's just too high risk, and I just don't see Yandle happening at all. I really don't. I just think that Yandle is a defenseman the Red Wings have, somebody who makes a lot of mistakes in his own end, but is great offensively and rushes the puck. I mean, he can make a pass and all that. He's offensively gifted, but I think with Bogosian, you're getting the full package. Still young, maybe in a bad situation in Atlanta and in Winnipeg. Have him come to the Red Wings, have him play in the system, have him gel, hopefully with Brendan Smith eventually. I think it would be good. And if the Red Wings are going to shore up their blue line, and as I said, that's exactly what the Red Wings are planning on doing, then I would trade for Zach Bogosian if he's available. I think the Red Wings have the assets, and I think Winnipeg would definitely make that deal as well. So we'll keep you posted. We'll be live streaming Thursday and Friday from Red Wing practice. Yours truly, along with my colleague Dana Wakiji. Until then, have a safe and pleasant one, everyone. I'm Art Regner for FoxSportsDetroit.com. Remember, you're always welcome in the Old Sports Corner. See ya. Bye-bye.